Joining us now is Mizuho analyst Vijay Rakesh with a buy rating on the stock. Though he did lower his price target, it is now 230. It had been 250. We've also got Tesla shareholder Ross Gerber. Ross, you're usually outspoken on this name one way or the other. Do you agree or think that he should be stepping up his game? And specifically to that margin number, I'm curious to get your thoughts.
Well, absolutely. I think the sort of hubris that Tesla is still in the same place it was several years ago when it had no competition and a much better image in the public. I think that it was easy to sell cars at a premium. But what we've learned now is that there actually is an issue with competition and demand. And the thing that, bothers me is they don't want to use the typical things that companies do to create new demand, like advertising. So it seems like if you're willing to continue to discount the car, that it would make a lot of sense to try other ways to create new demand, considering 90% of Americans don't have an EV. And I think a lot of them aren't really sure the value proposition of an EV, which is quite amazing. So that's why I think Tesla needs to step up its game and create more demand for its products.
Yeah. Vijay, give us your take on the quarter specific to their decision to go after volume as opposed to price.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I think as you look at Tesla, I think they are definitely the cost leader in the industry. I think they have the best margins at almost, still a positive 20% gross margins versus if you look at any of the other EV players, startup or legacy OEMs, they have a negative 30-40% gross margin, negative profitability. So obviously Tesla is using that strong cost position to leverage pricing and gain market share. I think if you look at what happened in the March quarter and to today, they have cut pricing almost 15 to 30%, and that's what is reflected in the margins. But we see Tesla as a very strong market share gainer over the next year, 2 years, especially given that they benefit from a lot of the subsidies. While many of the major EV OEMs, like you look at Kia, BMW, Honda, Toyota, all these guys do not have the benefit of the subsidies that Tesla would be getting. So given the combination of the strong profitability and the subsidy, it makes a lot of sense for them to take share, take that market. Because if you're in the market today and buying a Tesla, you're not buying another EV for the next 3 to 5 years. So you're locked up that market. And that's almost a recurring revenue base for Tesla from software or FSD or services or insurance, financing, all that. So I think it's a pretty smart move. And I think people may be missing the forest for the trees in the near term. But that said, macro-wise, Tesla does have challenges with the back half. We have a weak consumer, we have rates going higher, and those are not good combinations broadly for the automotive market.